YouTube. I go by the name of James.
And I'm Emily.
We show you our actual weight loss journey, not just pictures of past performance.
And our goal is to help you and ourselves lose weight and keep it off using the keto lifestyle.
And we're doing a review. Don't forget to like and subscribe and get ready.
Set keto.
So today we're doing a review of the Anova Sous Vide Precision Cooker Nano. Now I bought this as a kit from Sam's Club, and I got this for $99 on sale from $149, and I got a steal. And we are going to show you exactly how we use it, a review of it, but first, you might be like me up until recently. What the heck is sous vide?
No idea.
Well, sous vide is French and it means under vacuum. And basically how you use that to cook is you vacuum pack your meat or vegetables or what you're going to use in it. You can even do corn.
Seafood, poultry.
Yes, seafood. And what that is you submerge it in water with
After it's vacuum sealed.
Submerge
it in water.
And the probe is a circulator, and it keeps your meat
at a specific temperature of your choosing.
Within 0.2 degrees. It's kind of like a slow cooker that you can actually control the heat. So if you want that, there's only 3 degrees difference between a medium and a medium rare steak. And good luck if you think you can guess that on a cast iron. I know I never could. But with sous vide, you can set it for 131 degrees. It can cook for hours if you want.
And it will not overcook.
It will not overcook. It will bring it up to the temperature slowly, and it will be perfect. You just give yourself a degree or two so that when you take it off, you can sear it, and you're golden.
Golden. Now we tried this on a few things that we're about to show you.
And this might seem like a long review, but it's really not. The review part's not going to be long, but at the end of the review, we're going to show you about 15 to 20 minutes of us using it because we have used it on multiple times all week. So here we go. Okay, so this is the meat and potatoes of what the kit is, and this is the actual sous vide. This is the Sous Vide Nano. As you can see, it's got a display, and on it, it has the temperature. That is the current temperature now. Of course, it's not in anything, so that is what the temperature is now. This is a target temperature. So if I was to set it I could set it for 133 degrees. Or I can go up to whatever I want. I'm not sure how high it goes. I can run that right now, show you how high it goes. It goes up to 197. Take it back to 135. And then you have this is the timer, so you could set your timer for how long. And then when you're done, it senses that it don't have water in it. So if I hit play right now, it'll say the water level is low. See? Low. So it can't work because it's not in water. You have your max fill, your minimum fill. And in the kit, it comes with the Anova tub. And this has a clip right on the side. Screws in, screws out. You put it right onto the side of the tub, screw it in, fill up your water level between the minimum and maximum, and you're ready to go.
You want to make sure your food is covered.
It has to be completely submerged.
Yes.
Now this rack that comes with it just sets in there like that. There are grooves. And what I've seen, I use the rack even when I don't have clips or anything. But what you can do is you can put your bags in there, like your Ziploc bags, bring them over the top and put a clip on it. so it holds your bags in. And if you're using a Ziploc versus vacuum seal, that way it doesn't get water in your bags. And then you got the silicone cover that made for it, goes right over top, and you're set.
Yeah, pretty
But
simple.
very, very, very simple. Now, what's good about this is if you don't want to use this much water, or you don't even want to use that bin, you can actually
Use a stock pot.
get any pot that you got that's as long as it's tall enough to go up to this line. Put the sous vide in. See, it automatically will register the temperature. It's going up to 90. See where it stops, see wherever it goes. Now, I already have it pre-programmed to 135, and all I do is hit the play button, and it will heat up
And circulate.
Yeah, it will circulate the water and continue and keep it within 0.2 of a degree
Of your desired degree.
of your desired degree. So it will heat up. It's 94.8. You can see it going up. 95.2, 95.4. It will heat up, and the smaller that you have, it will heat up. It'll heat up faster. The big container here does take a while for it to heat up. And so this is the Anova app. You go to, just say we're going to cook beef. We'll pick brisket, hamburger, porterhouse, ribeye, strip steak, tenderloin steak. Let's say I pick a porterhouse steak. I pick it, and I want very rare to rare, medium, medium. It would say 139.5 degrees for 1 hour. All I do is hit cook. It says 139.5 for 1 hour. I hit start. It automatically goes to where it is, and the timer will start to count down once it reaches 139.5. The app makes this very, very nice.
Depending on what you want, it'll tell you. So if you're not wanting beef, there's options for chicken or seafood, eggs, pork, vegetables. And it will give you a guideline of how long to cook at what degrees.
And that is the operation of this. You can either do it manually or you can use the app. Very, very, very simple. As you can see, it's already up to 99.3. All it does is circulate. You drop your bag in there, and you're good to go. It will turn off and alert you when it's done. And that's the ease of the use.
Okay, here's our thoughts and review on the Anova Sous Vide
Nano. So Sous Vide Nano, the Precision Cooker Nano, is an entry level into sous vide.
Which we are entry level.
We are definitely entry level, but we absolutely love it. And so the difference between an entry level and a non-entry level is this operates off Bluetooth, which means when you're in the vicinity on your phone, you can start it. It will, you can pick whatever you want. Your phone connects directly to the machine. The more expensive ones might be just slightly precise, but I doubt it. 0.2 is, you're never going to notice 0.2 of a degree. But they are controlled on Wi-Fi, meaning that because it does take a little while to heat up, maybe 15, 20 minutes, if you're on your way home from work, you could actually get on your phone and click it on your phone, and it would begin to start working immediately while you're on your way home.
That's assuming if you have it there in the water and ready to go.
Yes. I mean, and not only just the meat, though. You could actually have just filled the tub with water and had it plugged in, and it just be turned off.
So that at least the temperature is ready to go.
At least the temperature would be ready to go. Or you could have someone just throw it in there for you, one of your kids or whatnot, hit the button, and you can control it while you're at work. So that would be something that you're going to get in a more expensive model of sous vide. You know, I don't know if that's worth an extra $100 or even $50 more, but I personally don't need anything more than the Nano, and we are very happy with it. Now, pros and cons. The first pro is $99. You don't get much for $99, except for this. This $99 is a great buy for this. As a matter of fact, if it was even more, I don't even know if I would have gotten it. And that would have robbed us out of the perfect meat that we've cooked for the past few days, because I'm like a wizard now. The other pro is the ease of use. Anyone can figure this out. This is easy as they get.
I had no idea what it even was. He sent me to the store to get it. But I was impressed. I was impressed with it.
The other pros, the app is also completely simple, easy. And pro number 4, it works amazing. Just to spend more money on something, you're just wasting your money, because this works amazing. And everything we have cooked has been above my expectation.
Yep.
The cons is that it is Wi-Fi. It is not Wi-Fi. It is Bluetooth only. So that would be a con. That's maybe someone who's rich and has more money than they could spend and wants to control their dinner from work, or just get a 15-minute head start. That might be you. And the other con I have is there is just, when this thing's running now, it's really not a con, but when it's running, we cooked a eye of round roast the other day for 16 hours. It does have the tiniest little hum
sound.
It is a humming sound. It is kind of like a fish tank filter cycling.
Yeah, it's not totally obnoxious, but it is there.
It is there. Other than that,
He has super ears and I don't, and I could hear it.
And if you hear the dog eating, we are sorry. And the other pro, I want to add another pro. I want to add a 5th pro. When you're done using this thing, now remember, your food is vacuum sealed. When you're done using this thing, you literally take this, take it, dump it down the sink.
Yeah, just dumping clean water.
Dry it with a paper towel, and it's good to go. There is no...
Simple cleanup.
This is not a dish that you have to cook. And it's really not that big.
A dish that you have to cook?
It's not another dish that you have to clean. It's literally so simple. And so my review is our food has been great. The product is not
as long
expensive.
as you do your timing right and your planning, it's not a hassle that it takes a while.
The app will show you every single thing, and it is not a hassle in any way. And it's made our food will be better from now on because of it. Restaurant chef quality meat.
Wonderful.
Perfectly cooked. I mean, this thing takes even the chewy, cheap cuts of meat and just makes them way, way, way better, more tender. I don't even have good teeth. I have a hard time chewing sometimes chewy meat. You know, I don't want any more shoe leather meat. And with this, I'll never have that again. So I would recommend it 100 times. And if ours broke, I'd buy another one. So, do you have anything else?
I will say it's not really a pro or a con, but I've noticed even after seasoning it like I would normally if I cooked it any other way, I would add more seasoning. I would probably double the amount of seasoning while using this. So it's not really a pro or a con, but I feel like you do need a lot more seasoning.
Another pro is when you're done cooking your beef, you have a bag full of au jus.
Yeah.
That you can easily dump it into a cup or bowl and use for dipping, and that is wonderful. So, all right, don't want to make the review any longer than it already is. If you want, hang tight. You'll see us cooking on it for about the next 15 minutes. We did chicken.
Several things.
Yep, we did chicken. We cooked eggs, but we didn't do that review. There was nothing special with the eggs. As a matter of fact, they wasn't any.
I mean, they hard boiled. It's just
they
the
wasn't
amount of time it takes.
Yeah, they took 45 minutes, and they wasn't any easier to peel. So it might just be easier just to cook them on the stovetop.
15 minutes and be done.
We did chuck steaks. We did ribeye steaks. We did eye of round roast. No complaints. Everything's been wonderful. So thanks for watching.
And until next time.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.
This is the first thing we cooked with it. We cooked 4 chicken breasts, and these chicken breasts are very thick. And I seasoned 2 of them with a fajita seasoning and 2 of them with adobo. And these things are just perfect. Cooked them, took them out after 1 hour at 151 degrees. Seared the tops of the breast in a cast iron skillet, and they are just mouth-watering, juicy, the best I've ever made. Possibly the best cooked chicken I've ever had. Okay, so I have 2 chuck roast steaks, or chuck eye steaks, and 2 ribeye steaks in the sous vide right now. And I put 2 of the chuck eye steaks in a vacuum bag, in a vacuum sealed bag with butter, salt, and that's it. And then the ribeye, I did the same thing. I put butter in with it, salt, and then
Is that what the yellow is right there? Is the butter?
The yellow is the butter. And so this is the sous vide in action. It's set at 133 degrees, and we are just about ready to be able to take our steaks out, pan sear them, and try it. As you can see, it's got 21 seconds left. These have been in for an hour at 133 degrees.
So our skillet is hot and smoking, ready to sear these suckers. So this is, what is it called?
Chuck eye steak.
Yeah. So
they've cooked for an hour at 133 degrees, and this is what it looks like.
After.
Not very appealing.
No. So we're going to sear.
Once you get a good sear on them, they're going to look beautiful.
We'll do that.
I'm going to say
1.5 to 2 minutes. So it is, I believe, going to be seared pretty perfect.
It's been 2 minutes.
And we're going to flip and sear. I'm going to salt this side. I like a good salt on my steak. So I'm going to go ahead and salt this side. And look at that sear.
That is a good sear.
Good crispy sear. And put a little bit of weight on that.
So that'll be there for another 2 minutes, and we'll take it off and it'll go on the cutting board.
So it has been a good 2 minutes.
2 minutes on each side on the chuck eye.
You can see the sear on that. With that,
I see the sear.
It looks good.
And we're going to put it on the block
and let it rest.
All right, here we go. Let's see how she looks.
Ooh, that's just the very end of that steak, and it is definitely cooked perfect.
Definitely cooked perfect. The grain's going this way.
Oh, you messed up.
Oh, well.
So he continues to cook, you'll see, or cook. So he continues to cut, you'll see.
It is the same all the way through. And that is the benefit of sous vide. A perfect medium steak.
You know, I wasn't really all about getting this. This was more you wanting to buy it. I didn't really know enough about it to be all on board. But I was okay with getting it and trying it.
That is through the thickest part of the steak right there.
But this is pretty impressive. Tell me what you think, what you really, really think.
The butter, the salt.
Did it make it perfect?
And you know, this cheap chuck eye steak pretty much has the consistency of how, like, if I was just to bring home a ribeye and just put it right in the skillet. It's so, just the texture and the softness. I could never bring a chuck eye steak here and put it in this skillet and get this result. I just couldn't. I mean, it's like a New York strip to me.
I want to try it. The butter on steak is so good.
But don't you agree that that's like a new that's got the tenderness and the juiciness of, like, if you was to get a high quality cut of steak and
if we would have brought it home and put it in the cast iron skillet and cooked it, it would not have been that perfectly cooked through.
But there's more.
And it would not be as tender as it is.
There's more, because we're getting ready to cook these ribeyes right now.
Okay, so these ribeyes were cooked for an hour in the sous vide, along with the chuck steaks that we just showed you. So we're gonna get a good sear on these and see how these are.
They're gonna be amazing.
Ribeyes are my favorite. So start with one. I already have my pan preheated and my salts in there and my oil. There's one. And two. Are you done? Are you done talking about football?
Maybe.
Okay.
All right, so look,
what do we got here?
We have ribeyes that have been seared on both sides and have rested.
Yes.
All right, now this has a bone in it, so let's see how we are here.
Okay, hoping for medium.
That's a very fatty piece.
Okay, I see a lot of fat there. Looks pretty good.
It's a little bit, maybe a little bit past medium, because I guess we searing
it looks perfect to me.
Yeah, searing it. This is a little bit thinner of a steak, and searing it for 2 minutes on each side might have worked for the thicker chuck, but it's still definitely
I think it's cooked perfect. I really like my steak
more of a medium well.
Medium to medium well.
Well, let's see how you like it. How's the ribeye? Now let me ask you one question. Is the ribeye better in the sous vide and then seared than it would be if we just seared it in the cast iron?
Yes. And the reason being, every time we buy ribeye and we just cook it in the cast iron, I don't feel like I can ever get the temperature right, because you end up buying a pack of 3, or we do anyway. And there's always one that's always thicker than the others. And it takes longer, and I find myself putting it back in because I really like mine more of a medium. Whereas you, and no, I like it more like a medium rare.
And that could be adjusted, like we cook these at 133. That could be adjusted by just a faster sear on one side. And that steak is only about 3/4 of an inch, so.
This is a thinner steak.
But you honestly, truly think it's better in the sous vide and then seared rather than just cooked in the cast iron skillet.
Yes.
All right, so one more thing for this review. We've done eggs, we've done chicken breast, we've done chuck eye steak, we've done ribeye. And the last thing, now this is a tough piece of meat. This is a eye of round roast.
Oh no.
This is going in the sous vide, and it's going to be there for 16 hours at 135 degrees. So, but due to the magic of television, that'll be right now. I'm excited. I want this roast out of this thing. It's been in there all night, and I'm going to sear it a different way. Blowtorch. I'm impatient, and I'm starting to get hungry, and that's what happens. Ouch. Hot. Look at that.
All right, let's see what this looks like.
No,
Now make sure you pat dry this.
I would definitely. We're cutting her open. I don't know what we're going to do with this juice because I kind of want to save it.
For what?
To make an au jus.
Okay. All right, let me look at this. All right, this is after how many hours?
16 at 135.
All right. So we're going to pat dry this.
Pat this dry so we can sear it. And when I seen that you can use a torch, I was sold. Ready?
All right, torch it up. You can see it instantly seared.
So that's that. No
Happy
dish.
with that?
Oh, I'm happy. You ready to cut it?
All right. All right.
Ready?
Yep. How easily is it cutting?
Look at that meat. This is an eye of round steak, cooked 16 hours.
Roast.
Eye of round roast, cooked 16 hours in the sous vide. And let me just cut it right in the middle. We'll just show you right to the middle. Look at that. It's the same doneness all the way through. Medium, perfect. Now the true test is how's it taste?
It's really tender.
It's not chewy?
Mm-mm.
Does it taste like propane?
Mm-mm. I was curious it would.
You're mine.
But
No propane taste?
no propane taste.
No dirty dishes?
It's got a crispy crust on it. And
no dirty skillet to clean now.
no.
No splatter all over the stove.
Very tender.
Good?
I haven't tried it yet. I think it needs some horseradish.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That just made an eye of round roast taste like if I was to make prime rib without the sous vide. It's that tender to me. As far as I remember, that is as tender as prime rib, and that's what I'm going with. Wonderful.
Turn that. Look at that sear underneath.
Oh, it's beautiful. And all I did was season it with salt. And I seasoned it with salt, thyme, and believe it or not, a little bit of parsley. I don't know. How's the seasoning?
Good.
Now, it does need a little more salt.
I feel like every time we've used it, we should have added more seasoning than what
Probably
we
so.
did. So I think you really have to overdo it.
I like salt, not seasoning.
I think that's kind of what she meant when she was saying salt. And another thing that we
I think
forgot
it
to
needs more
add in
salt.
this is the butter. But man, that is good. If that had some creamy horseradish on it,
Yes.
that's wonderful. And that was $4.99 a pound. You can't beat that. Anyway, that's it for the cooking with the sous vide.
Love you.
Actually, there is one more test.
Try it out.
Oh, really good.
How are you liking the sous vide?
It's good, especially with chicken.
Is that your favorite so far?
Yes, definitely is. Oh god, this is really good.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching us cook with the sous vide. We've done the eye round roast. We did chuck eye steaks. We did ribeyes. We did eggs, but I didn't show you that. And we've done chicken breast. And there's nothing been disappointing with this sous vide. You know, it's great. I would recommend it. And I hope you guys like the video. Don't forget to subscribe. And have a wonderful day.